Hi, my name is Dina Spencer, and I'm talking with you today. I'm the president of Battle Creek Pride, and I'm just here to share with you that we have put together several short videos showcasing all of the services that we have and a lot of our social activities that we offer. From a monthly dining out, we have a weekly game night, we have our World AIDS Day program, we have a transgender support group. We've talked about our Pride weekend and the festivities that we have during that weekend. And we just want to share this information with you so that you have a way to find out what we have to offer and how you can get involved and how you can come join us in those safe spaces where you can be yourself. So please keep watching, please keep checking us out, and we will talk soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Roger Ballard,
And I'm Jim Eldridge.
and Jim and I are involved with the dining out for Battle Creek Pride. It's one of our favorite activities because we get to eat. And we get to eat at local restaurants. And the local restaurants, in turn the dollars that we spend there back into the community much faster than some of our non-local restaurants. So we're very happy to encourage people to dine out, and we dine out the first Tuesday of each month at approximately 6 o'clock to about 8 o'clock. And Jim, would you like to cover another time that we also dine out?
We also meet once a quarter on a Saturday for a breakfast meal, or breakfast brunch, whatever you'd like to call it. And that accommodates some of the folks that perhaps are not free in the evenings to get together. It's just a different time, and just for some people it's just a nice opportunity to have a different fare as far as what kind of meal they have. So we do that in our schedule as well. You can check the Pride website. It will tell you exactly what Tuesdays or what Saturday we have to be meeting at any given time.
Thanks, Jim. One of the other things that we do when we pick a restaurant is we try to understand everyone's budget. So sometimes we'll be at a restaurant that may be $10 per meal. Other times we may do a restaurant maybe $20 to $25 per meal. And each people that go have different desires of the kind of venue that they want to attend. And so we try to cross-reference that to as many different restaurants as we can, mainly here in Battle Creek. We do reach that sometimes a little bit outside of Battle Creek, but Battle Creek is our main source of trying to dine out, and we really have a great time. We have people that are 18 years old. We have people that are 80. Well, my mother-in-law is 90 years old next week, so she comes religiously every month because she loves eating out. And we just want to encourage everyone that would like to socialize and to meet people of the LGBT community and understand male, female, transgender. We're all there together, and it's really a great learning time.
I would add here that this is a great opportunity for people that are maybe from out of town. Maybe they've just moved to the community. They know the kind of people that they want to hang with when they get together, and this is a great opportunity to meet new people and to network a little bit so that you can start building on your relationships. And we've in our own experience, had some great opportunities of creating new friendships as people have come into town and we've come to know them. So come on out and get together with us. This is probably, I would say I get involved with this and with Battle Creek Pride. I get involved with Battle Creek Pride because it's just an opportunity for me as a gay person to feel comfortable, to be myself, to not have to try to pretend I'm somebody I'm not. That is a wonderful opportunity as far as Pride goes, and as far as this particular event, it's a great opportunity to get together with people, and it's probably one of the least intimidating opportunities to do so, because everybody goes out to eat, everybody likes to socialize to some degree, and so this is a wonderful opportunity for that.
I have to agree with Jim there that the opportunities of just sharing with people and doing it more on just a fun level, no work involved, just eat and share and have a great time. Come out and enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Tim Spooner.
And I'm Lisa Spooner.
We are the facilitators of Sharing Circle, one of Battle Creek Pride's support groups. Can you tell us what we do?
Yeah, we're a group of about a half dozen to a dozen people that get together and we just discuss what's going on in our lives, our hopes, our dreams, what's bugging us. And then we usually take turns sharing a topic that we think the group would find interesting. Can you give us some examples of some topics we've discussed?
Sure. Members of the group have shared with us some beginner's French and some campfire songs and magic card tricks, gospel three-part harmony, and Lisa and I shared about our time living in South Korea. So we really enjoy hearing from different people, and it's always really interesting. We always walk away having learned something. Can you tell us why a group like this is important?
Yeah, in a world where we spend most of our interactions with people through texts and social media, it's nice to have a place to sit down with friends and share what's going on face to face, and share the things that you don't get likes or comments on, what's really going on in your life. When do we meet?
We meet the second and fourth Wednesday of each month, and everyone is welcome. Please come check us out.
And why did you want to get involved with Battle Creek Pride?
Well, we are allies, and so we wanted to get involved with the community as soon as we came to Battle Creek, and it's been a really great experience getting to know everyone and getting involved.
Yeah, and we just wanted to show our support as allies.
Hi, I'm Roger Ballard,
And I'm Jim Eldridge.
and we're here today to talk about World's AIDS Day. Jim and I have been involved with World's AIDS Day for approximately the last 5 years. We enjoy it working really well. We have a nice group of people that start in October and arrange anywhere from the venue to what's going to be presented at World's AIDS Day. Many times we present things such as most recent things that are going on, preventative things for AIDS. We have partners from CARES that come. We have partners from the Calhoun County Health Department. Calhoun County Health Department does testing for AIDS, HIV, STDs, and it's all free. So if you're interested, I would encourage you very much to come out to World's AIDS Day. And Jim, when is World's AIDS Day?
Well, it's actually on December 1st of each year, but sometimes December 1st does not fall on the most convenient day of the week to meet together, so we usually try to hold it on a Saturday before or after December 1st, so that people can fit it into their schedules a little bit better. As far as attending and whether you think this is something you should be interested in or might be interested in, you might be surprised if you come to it. It doesn't matter whether you feel that you're at risk for these things or not. It's always a good opportunity to educate people, and if you can come away from a situation such as that with a little more knowledge about things, even if you don't feel like it's something that you might be able to utilize, it might be something that you can pass on to somebody else that could utilize it.
One of the big things that has really improved in the 5 years that we've been working with the World AIDS Day is a product called PrEP. And PrEP is a prevention of HIV, and it's taken daily, and it can prevent you from getting HIV. And you wouldn't learn from that unless you were to come to something like this forum or to talk with your doctors about it. But it's something that's very close to our heart. Our foster son, Randy, died of AIDS, and it came on very quickly, and he was very uneducated in regards to AIDS, and so he never had any treatment, and he received it, as far as we know, in about an 18-month span, and then passed away at that time. So, you know, it was very hard for us, but it was extremely hard for his son Jimmy, who it was hard for him to accept and what was going on with his dad. He knew his dad was gay, but he didn't understand much about AIDS. And the unknowledge that was there was horrifying. And it was helpful to be able to share with him how HIV becomes in someone's body, how someone becomes affected. And it also is helpful then to know how you can prevent having HIV. And that's where the annual visit on December 1st or the nearest Saturday helps individuals understand more about HIV and AIDS. Jim?
I guess I would just first of all say that it's a great opportunity to come to learn about this, and also maybe to learn about your own status, not only to do with HIV, but also other STDs, hepatitis C. The health department is really good about offering a lot of different tests in a barrier-free situation, and by barrier-free I mean a situation where you're not coming in feeling intimidated by the situation, but people that are really welcoming and just take your coming in to see them to be tested as just a matter of course, and it's just a natural, organic way, I guess I'll say, of having all of that done and coming away feeling a lot better about knowing what your status is and a lot more settled about that. So
Thanks, Jim. One of the things that we would like to give a heads up out of there on is our location, and that's typically held at Christ United Methodist Church. They are a very open church, and they are very open to things such as World AIDS Day and having Calhoun County Health Department come in and talk about prevention and sharing in the light of what AIDS is all about, or HIV. So if you have a chance, please come out. It's very, very informative. Thank you for sharing.
I'm Tommy Aileen Morris. I am transgender, and I'm with a group with Battle Creek Pride for Transgender. We're not a therapy unit. We don't do anything like that, but we talk to each other and ask questions about each other and everything else. Now, that's what it is overall. We just get together once a month on the first Thursday of the month. It's 6:30 at the Battle Creek Pride office over at the First Congregational Church. It is now. But when I first started with this stuff, I had to come from Kalamazoo to here because I didn't know anything about Battle Creek Pride, and I found out about it, and I come over and started with them, and we got a group started, similar things. It was at another location, but we got it started, we got going with it, then it kind of faded out, and they moved from one place to another, and they're now at the location First Congregational Church. And we ask almost every trans person that feels comfortable to come into our meeting. We are very safe about it. We don't go out and advertise who is there. I am probably one of the most out members we have, because once I started my change, I was out. There was no question about it. But we can come and sit and talk. Like I said, we ask questions. What would I do in this situation, and what do you think you should do in this situation if you come across it, or what, just anything that you can think of that affects you. And if you're not out like I am, there's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to out here in the public. And this is how to work with it. We work with each other trying to, okay, do this or don't do that. Maybe you ought to try it this way. That we just don't want you to go out there if you're not comfortable, and you could get hurt very fast. And that's about all it is. So first Thursday every month, 6:30 p.m. And there's 3 constant members, and we'll give you all of the advice that we can give you, because what we do is not necessarily what you're going to have to do for yourself.
Hi, my name is Dina Spencer, and I'm the president of Battle Creek Pride. And I wanted to talk with you tonight and share with you a little history on our Pride weekend and how that began. So several years ago, quite a few years ago actually, it began with small community picnics. There was a former Battle Creek Pride many years ago, back in 1998, and ran through 2002. And at that time, they started with some small community picnics. When they disbanded in 2002, those picnics kind of fell by the wayside. They were picked up again a few years later by former president and founder of Battle Creek Pride, Larry Dillon. And Larry would host these picnics at different parks in Battle Creek. And we would have cookouts, and we would just have some small little games. And it was just a free way for our community just to come together and be with one another. I believe the first picnic that I attended in, I believe it was 2008 or 2009, there was probably 30 people or so. It was really small. It expanded over the handful of years that we did that to probably 50, 60, 70 people. And then finally, beginning 4 years ago, in 2016, this will be the 4th year, we decided that we wanted to take it a step further. So we decided to put together a, quote, bigger picnic and host it in downtown Battle Creek. And we decided to add vendors to this picnic, and the first Battle Creek Pride Festival was born. That same year, we decided at the same time, Charlie and I had this brainstorm that we would try to put together a parade and see what that looked like. So we went to the city, we got the information, and we basically walked down there and said, hey, we want to do this, how do we do it? And they walked us through the steps. We met with the people that we needed to meet with, and the first Battle Creek Pride Parade was born. Through that time, of course, it's grown. This will be the 4th year this year. We have changed locations of our first Pride Festival from right in the middle of downtown over to McCamley Park, which is still a downtown park. So that's how the festival and the parade kind of began. It was just kind of a, hey, let's do this. Let's see what we can do with it. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. Every year things are added. So who knows, as the years go by, how big it'll become. Of course, we hope it'll be huge. The more it goes on and the more participation we get. One of the other things that we talk about is our candlelight vigil. So the history of that began probably 9 or 10 years ago by another community member named Tim Welch, and he began that at Partners Bar, which is no longer here, unfortunately, but the first vigil was held in Partners parking lot. And Tim did this vigil as more of an anti-bullying, things will get better type of a vigil. And when he held that vigil, it was not part of our Pride weekend at the time. It was just simply a standalone event, and it was a standalone event for a few years. And Tim got involved with Battle Creek Pride a few years back, and it kind of got incorporated into our weekend. And then as the years have gone by, we've kind of adopted that piece of that vigil. And if you're not familiar with our vigil, it's just an honoring piece to tie up our weekend and to end our weekend. Not as a celebratory thing, but more of as an honoring thing, to now honor those people that have gone before us and lost their lives to suicide and homicide, and to understand that everything that we celebrate today has been paved by people before us that have had sacrifices that we maybe haven't had today. So there's a lot of history behind these things and how they've grown and how they've developed throughout the years. And we hope that they will continue to grow and develop as the years go by, whether Charlie and I are involved or whether we're not, and that they continue well beyond us. So that is some of the history and how we began, how these things started, and hopefully how they'll continue. If you want any more information, you can certainly always visit our website at www.battlecreekpride.org and get involved and come join us.
Hi, I'm Roger Ballard.
And I'm Jim Eldridge.
We're here this evening to talk about game night at Battle Creek Pride. Battle Creek Pride is located in the First Congregational Church, downtown Battle Creek. We play every Thursday from 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and we play many different games. And Jim, would you like to expand on the games that we talk about playing?
Yeah, one of the main games that we play is catchphrase. And if you're not familiar with the game, there's a little electronic readout that we use, and it brings up the item that you're supposed to describe, but you can't describe anything that resembles the word that's in the readout. So you have to be very careful about choosing your clues. And it's very relaxed as far as how we observe the rules. The rules are just basically there as a framework. We're utilizing it really as a catalyst for socializing with each other. And if we get off on tangents talking about certain things, we may do that for a couple minutes and then come back to the game again. It's not a real strict, you have to play this certain way or you're not allowed to be a part of it. So if you do happen to come, don't be afraid of that. It's a very enjoyable, easygoing time. And the other, we have also tried at least one night of having a euchre game, and we may still have that happen, but we've got to do a little more work with that and encourage some people that really like to play euchre and are familiar with the game so that they can at least coach others that may join them and want to learn about it. So those are the two games that we really concentrated on.
Thanks, Jim. What I'd like to also discuss with you is the people that come. We have males, females, we have 18-year-olds all the way up to age 80. The conversations we have range from us that are in our 60s, learning about what's active in the 18-year-olds' lives, versus the 80-year-olds talking about being a teacher or a principal. We also have military people that come and give us the background about things that they worked or were involved in the military, possibly a foreign war, possibly working on a submarine. Just many different topics that we don't normally understand or be involved with on our side. One of the great things about the Battle Creek Pride game night is the sharing that goes on. And that's why Jim and I got involved with Battle Creek Pride. And involving the game night was to bring people together that typically don't have a place to go and be comfortable talking openly and being ourselves. And it's just wonderful to have the mix of people that we have at game night. Come join us.
We hope you've enjoyed the presentations and found some information that maybe you didn't know before the videos. Battle Creek Pride does offer many services and programs, and we thank you for watching. For any additional information, please visit us at www.battlecreekpride.org or our Facebook page for more information. There's always something new happening.